Internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging.
Welcome back to FCB Mustangs basketball. I'm excited to be joined by one of my grandfather's coaches. Coached here his senior year at Walters, Mr. Ron Redelp. Appreciate you joining us.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
If you don't mind, I got a couple questions for you. First one now, he tried to explain to me, Phil did, about how long you coached, where you coached, so why don't you just give a rundown of who you coached and maybe when you started and when you ended.
Well, I started here in Walters in 1964, and I coached here 4 years, and went to Fort Sill Indian School for 6 years, to Riverside Indian School for 9 years, and then Anadarko High School. Finished out my coaching career. I coached at Anadarko High School for 2 years.
Okay, so I'm sure there's at least a few people around the Fort Cobb community that might recognize your name.
Caddo County, I know a lot of Caddo County former ball players.
Right. One thing, and I was talking to Phil about this the other day, basketball in 1967 is I would assume completely different from what it is now. Like, they didn't have three-point line, stuff like that. So take me through maybe strategy then compared to what it could be now.
Well, the three-point game it changed everything, and the speed of the game increased dramatically. The athletes in better condition these days as they were back in your grandpa's days. I think the defenses changed from zone to man, back to zone. I've seen it change several times, and I don't know. Stretching it out made the defenses a little bit tougher.
So were there any particular moments maybe that you can remember? Maybe buzzer beaters or times you won a district championship, something like that. Just what was your favorite moment as a head coach?
Well, here at Walters, my favorite moment was your granddad's team in 1967 won a district tournament, and that was the first district tournament in 10 years here at Walters. We had a long drought. And believe it or not, I was involved in both victories. In 1957, I was a player.
Huh.
In 1967, I was a coach.
Well, there you go. That's one more question here, and then we'll send it back to a break. Do you remember exactly, and nowadays they have all kinds of social media and technology to keep track of things like this, but do you remember maybe how many wins you had as a head coach?
I'd say an average of about 500. And I'm talking about percentage. So I don't know how many games, like 4 years here, and I just never did keep up with it. But on the whole, I probably won about 50% of my games. Anything less than that in a public school, and they'll send you on your way.
Well, I can understand that. Coach Red Elk, I sure do appreciate you joining us. Sure is nice to meet you. And, you know, I sometimes find myself watching games from a long time ago, and I don't think I've ever come across one from 1967. But the game certainly has changed, and the sport as a whole, the way social media portrays it or the way the players play it, it's a completely different game than it is now.
Yeah, it has changed considerably. Now, you're saying your grandpa's ball playing, he came in here as a senior, right? So it's been 1 year here, and he was our leading scorer. I don't know, I'd say in double figures, probably 15, 16 points a game. And that was a pretty good influx of points for our team.
Right. Well, Coach Red Oak, once again, I sure do appreciate it. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, thank you for having me. I enjoy talking to young men that's interested in the game.
Yep, no problem. So with that being said, we'll send it back. Take a 2-minute break before we get ready to go for the boys contest. You're listening to Mustang Basketball on FCB TV.
Work seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Diesel Horse Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorse get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout.
Welcome back. Getting ready to do starting lineups here. First for the visiting Fort Cobb Broxton Mustangs, L started junior number 2, Jackson Willits. Sophomore number 3, Cray Rogers. Junior number 4, Simeon Collins. A junior number 20, Aiden Lewis. And a junior number 33, Ian Taylor. Starting lineup for the Walters Blue Devils. They come into tonight's contest 1-2. Head coach Mark Stiles, assistant coach John Winfrey. They'll start number 1, Carter Ray. Number 2, Ty Turner. Number 11, Carson Coleman. Number 21, Kason Johnson. And number 30, Jermaine Chasenaw. And the head coach for the Mustangs, of course, Mr. Scott Hines, assisted by Dale Bellamy. And Coach Hines has been around a lot. I did some checking the other day. I believe he is either 6th or 7th all-time in wins in the state of Oklahoma, and he is one of very few active that high on that list. Mustangs in their road blue uniforms, Mustangs across the chest, white numbers surrounded in red. Walters, home white, Blue Devils across the chest in blue with gray and blue striping down the sides. Ready for the jump ball, ball's up, tip back, controlled by the Mustangs, and they'll go from right to left. Start the first half. Trey Rogers has it over on the left wing. He'll give it to Collins. Taylor in the high post. Down to Aiden Lewis. His shot's blocked by Turner. Go out of bounds. Stay with the Mustangs. And that's Ty Turner. He's a pretty athletic kid. He can jump out of the gym. I've seen a couple highlight reels of him dunking in a couple past games, so we might have some action tonight. Jackson Willits has it over on the left wing. Gives it back to Collins. Back over to Willits. He's double teamed softly. Willits wide open three-pointer. No good. Rebound tipped around. Lewis gets it. He puts up a two, and it's good. Aiden Lewis hits the two, and a minute into the game, the Mustangs lead. Blue Devils back on the attack here. Chasenaw gives it to Turner in the corner. Back to Chasenaw. Ray now on the top of the key. Turner in the corner takes a three. No good. Rebounded by number 11, Carson Coleman, and now Carter Ray's going to take a three. It's no good. Rebound Collins, and he runs the floor. Collins, left wing three-pointer. Swish. Simeon Collins, one of the most consistent three-point shooters on the team. Doesn't lead the Mustangs in points, but he's one of the most consistent. One of the better three-point shooters. Ray over in the corner has it, and he's double-teamed. A little bit of pressure by the Mustangs. Turner in the post goes up over Lewis and scores. And Walters is on the board. It's 5-2. 2 minutes into the game. Collins back in the spot where he hit the three just a minute ago. He'll take another one. He'll miss this one. Rebound. Willits gets it out to Lewis, and the Mustangs will have another possession. Rogers has it on the big blue W, and he'll give it back to Collins on the left wing. Now it's over to Willits in front of Walters' bench. Rogers thought about a three, now gives it to Willits, who takes the three. It's short, and rebound Johnson. Walters' a chance to tie now. Chasenaw takes the three and hits it, and we are tied at 5. Trey Rogers will bring it up for the Mustangs. Ian Taylor, short corner, gives it to Lewis, cutting down the lane, and he can't control the pass, and he'll turn it over. And now the Blue Devils will have a chance to take the lead here in this one. Ray drives the paint, gives it to Turner, his three-pointer. Off back iron, no. Rebound Ian Taylor. Turner's got a quick release, and he likes to put it up fast. Taylor's pass tipped and goes out of bounds off Walters. Kind of a Steph Curry shot that Turner has. That follow-through, checking in for the Blue Devils, number 10, Brett Spence, in for Chasenaw. Willits gives it in to Rogers, and he will control it on the right side. Willits loses his dribble, goes out of bounds, and Walters will have the ball on the turnover. Ray brings it up, Turner cross half court. Johnson over there in the right corner, and pass is stolen by Willits, and he's going to go up for the layup. Blocked from behind by Turner. Rebound Cray Rogers. He misses it, and then he gets his own rebound. Taylor cuts down the lane, puts up a floater off the backboard, and it's good. Willits thought he might have had some contact there on that layup. Ref didn't blow the whistle. Rogers almost had a steal. Now Simeon Collins does have a steal, and he'll bring it up for the Mustangs. Rogers gives it to Lewis in the post. Willits on the right wing. He drives. Tries to get it into Lewis in the post. And it's stolen by the Blue Devils. Now Coleman has it. Turner, long three, no good. Rebound, Collins. 3:51 to play, Mustangs 7, Blue Devils 5. Rogers has it at the top. He'll give it to Willits on the left wing, and he'll bring it back to the top. Coach Hines calls his timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. This is Mustang basketball on FCB TV.
Our legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples, Nix, and Diesel Horst, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should.
3:37 left to play here in the first period. It'll be Mustang basketball out of the timeout. Collins will take it in for the Mustangs, and we'll give it to Rogers in the backcourt. Play resumes. Collins gives it back to Rogers on the left wing. Rogers trying to find someone open. Now gives it to Taylor in the corner, Willits drive. Gives it to Taylor wide open on the backside, and he lays it up and in. Ian Taylor. Basket's good, assisted by Jackson Willits, and the Mustangs lead by 4. That timeout, number 14, Corbin Good, checked in for the Devils, and he's wide open on the backside, and they get a layup of their own. Corbin Good, right after he checks in, has 2 points, and it's back to a 2-point lead for the Mustangs. Taylor was open on the backside again, almost got stolen. Lewis went up for a shot, and they're going to call the foul on number 14, Corbin Good, but they're going to say it was before the shot, so Mustangs will have it. And Rogers will control the ball. Turner expects the pass, couldn't control it in time, and it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs. 2:09 to play. Willits brings it to the top of the key. Runs around, gets it back on the right wing, almost had it stolen, gives it to Collins. Rogers has it. He'll go behind the back, give it to Simeon Collins. Steps back, gives it to Nunn. He had a wide open layup, didn't take it. Now Willits is going to take a wide open three, miss it short, get his own rebound. And the Mustangs will have another possession. Simeon Collins, a wide open three on the left wing. It's good. Simeon Collins, his second three of the night, and Mustangs lead 12-7. Tied for their biggest lead of the game. Nearing a minute to go now. Blue Devils, their first possession. Quite some time. Chasenaw has it in the left corner. He steps back, passes it to Winkler. And he'll be fouled by Cray Rogers, trying to tie him up. That'll be the first foul on the Mustangs, first on Rogers. Only the second foul of the ball game. We're 7 minutes in, and there's only been 2 fouls called. Checking back in for the Blue Devils will be number 21, Cason Johnson. Good checks out. And Turner bring it in for Walters. Winkler gives it to Chasenaw. Back to Winkler on the top of the key. Picks up his dribble. Chasenaw has pass stolen by Jackson Willits. He runs the court. Gives it to Taylor. Puts it up. No good. Rebound Blake Nunn. He goes up and he's fouled on the second chance, and Blake Nunn will go to the free throw line. He's fouled by number 10, Brett Spence. That's his first personal, second on the Blue Devils. Blake Nunn to shoot 2 here with 50 seconds remaining in the first quarter. First shot is no good. A lot of spin, good looking shot. Just a little off center. And they'll shoot a second here. Second shot up and good. .46 seconds to play here. Walters has the basketball. Turner on the right wing gives it to Johnson. And pass is stolen by Jackson Willits and the Mustangs. Chance to extend their lead. Collins gives it to Taylor. Blake Nunn puts up a shot. It's no good. He gets his own rebound. Now Jackson Willits gives it back to Nunn. He missed the shot and the rebound Johnson. Blake Nunn a couple good looks there and missed them both. Maybe went a little bit too fast and maybe he was a little bit too open. Spence has it knocked away and Cray Rogers comes up with it. He gives it up to Ian Taylor. Pass was long. Jackson Willits comes up with it. His shot no good. And it'll go out of bounds off the Mustangs. Blue Devils will get possession with 0.4 of a second remaining in the first quarter. Long shot at the buzzer is no good. At the end of the first quarter, Mustangs 13, Blue Devils 7. We'll take a short timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns.
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Mustangs lead at 13-7. It'll be Blue Devil basketball out of the break. Turner to inbound, for the Blue Devils. The same 5 we had at the end of the first quarter, out for both teams. Start the second, and we are underway. Ray gives it to Coleman, swings it to Turner, gives it back to Coleman on the left wing. Now Carter Ray has it and he'll drive. Turner top of the key 3, no good. Rebound Cray Rogers. And he'll push tempo. Ian Taylor has it in the corner, swings it to Jackson Willits. Thought about giving it to Blake Nunn. Instead, he'll give it to Simeon Collins at the top. Blake Nunn, high post, gives it to Cray Rogers out on the left wing. And they'll reset it again. Collins gives it to Rogers, who's going to shoot a deep 3. It's short. Rebound, Johnson for the Blue Devils. Blake Nunn almost went over the back there, was able to catch himself. Coleman's 3 is no good. Rebound, Ian Taylor, and the Mustangs are going to push it. Rogers all the way to the basket, and he scores. Cray Rogers coast to coast. And the Mustangs lead 15-7. Carter Ray has it, picks up his dribble, gives it to Turner in the corner. Turner will swing it to Chase Naw. Pass almost deflected there. Turner has it again. Step back. Kason Johnson's pass deflected out of bounds. It'll stay with Walters. And Blue Devils will take a timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this.
We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers.
Talk about a win-win.
Advertising packages start on this streaming station for
6:22 to play here out of the timeout. It'll be Walters basketball. Not a whole lot of scoring yet here in the second quarter. Only 2 points put up on the board for either team. And came from Mustangs off Craig Rogers' layup just a second ago. Ty Turner's going to take a three. He's going to make it. And it's back to a 5-point lead for the Mustangs. Simeon Collins brings it into the front court. Thought about taking a deep three. Instead gives it to Willits, and Willits brings it over to the top of the key. Rogers now on the left wing. Hines is asking, set up a play, and Coleman steals a pass. Gives it to Chase now, the layup short. Rebound Rogers, he's going to run with it. Mustangs have some numbers. Collins going to take the three in rhythm. And he made it. And instead the ref's going to say it's a 2. So back to a 7-point lead for the Mustangs. Carter Ray almost went back court. And then his pass wide. Curry Rogers comes up with it. He's going to go back up for the layup. It's missed. Rebound Blake Nunn. His shot missed. Rebound Carter Ray. Coleman stops, fakes, shot no good, gets his own rebound almost, and Collins comes up with it. Coleman a little bit shaken up after the play. Excuse me. Blake Nunn in the post. Gives it Willits in the corner for 3, no good. Rebound Johnson. Ray's going to run with it now. Gives it to Turner, and he's going to take a deep 3. It's good. Ty Turner. His third 3 of the ball game, and it's a 4-point game now. 4:46 to play. Willits has it on the left wing, picks up his dribble, gives it to Rogers. Back to Willits. Nunn gives it to Ian Taylor on the block. He goes up and is blocked by Turner, and Ty Turner is playing incredibly well so far. Checking in for the Blue Devils will be number 13, Colby Winkler, number 14, Corbin Good. 3 threes, couple blocks for Turner. Collins, wide open 3, off back iron, no, rebound Turner. And here at some point I'd expect we're going to get a heat check of some sort. Ray almost walked, gives it to Turner. And he gives it back to Ray. Ray gets a screen. Pass almost stolen by Ian Taylor. Good. Pass it in to Winkler's layup. Way short. Nunn goes and grabs it. Pass up to Ian Taylor a little long. He finds Willits in the air. Simeon Collins foot on the line. Another long 2 is good. And it's a 6-point lead for the Mustangs. Ian Taylor steals it. Layup, good. 21-13, and it's the largest lead now for the Mustangs. Ray brings it back up court, gives it to Winkler in the corner, and he's double teamed. Picks up his dribble now in a rough spot. Gives it to Good in the short corner. Carter Ray takes a 3. Rattles around the rim and in. 3:18 to play. Mustangs lead it by 5. A few threes in a row for the Blue Devils. I believe all their points have come from threes this quarter. Simeon Collins, this time he's beyond the line. He misses it. Turner might have went over the back of Nunn getting that rebound, but Blue Devils come up with it anyway. Ray gives it to Turner. And back to Ray. Over to Winkler on the left wing, and he'll bring it back around. Picks up his dribble. Gives it to Carter Ray. He'll give it to Ty Turner on the Blue Devil logo. Now Good has it in the corner. Back to Turner. To Ray. Good, wide open on the backside. He missed it. Johnson gets the rebound somehow. Nunn jumped a little too early, and he puts the layup Up and it goes down. And it's a 3-point lead. 5 unanswered points now for the Blue Devils. And this quickness starting to get to the Mustangs a little bit maybe. Cray Rogers, 3-pointer. It's good. And there's your answer. Cray Rogers hits a 3. Put the Mustangs back up by 6. Ty Turner thought about taking one himself to answer back. Now Ray has it in the corner. 1:52 to play now. He'll give it to Johnson. Ty Turner wide open on the left wing. Rimmed out. Rebound goes off of Cray Rogers, and it'll stay with the Blue Devils. Checking in for the Mustangs will be number 20, Aiden Lewis, in for Blake Nunn. Good will pass it in for the Blue Devils, and he gives it to Winkler in the corner. Almost fumbled the pass. He gives it back to Good. Long 2, air ball. Rebound. Goes out of bounds. Off of Walters. And it'll be Mustang basketball with 1:36 to play. Simeon Collins has it over on the right wing. He gives it to Willits in the corner. He'll dribble it out, give it to Ian Taylor in the high post. And he'll pass it in to Aiden Lewis. A good no-look pass there, and Lewis puts it up and in. And it's back to an 8-point lead for the Mustangs. Ray will bring it back up for the Blue Devils. Nearing a minute to go in the half now. Rogers tips the pass. We'll stay with the Blue Devils. Checking back in for the Blue Devils will be number 30, Jermaine Chasenaw. Checking out Colby Winkler, number 13. Turner to inbound for the Blue Devils with 1:08 to play in the first half. Biggest lead for the Mustangs, 8 points, 26-18. Turner thought about a 3, takes one, and it's good. Straight through. And it's back to a 5-point game. Rogers has it in the middle of the court. Mustangs likely to play for maybe one shot here for half. Rogers still dribbling out front. 30 seconds to play now, and he's going to drive. Gives it to Taylor on the top of the key, and he shuffled his feet and traveled, and it'll be Blue Devil basketball. Ray brings it up for the Blue Devils. He gives it to Good, back to Ray. Turner. Ray will drive left, gives it to Good. And Blue Devils running maybe a little bit of 3-man weave. Chasenaw's 3-pointer, no good. Rebound Simeon Collins, there's 6 seconds to play. And they're going to have to go quick. He gives it to Rogers. Left wing 3-pointer at the buzzer, no good. And your halftime score, Fort Cobb Broxton 26, Walters 21. Mustangs go to the locker room a little cold, and Ty Turner goes to the locker room pretty warm. Had 12 points in that half, go along with a couple blocks. A steal or two, I believe, and a few rebounds. Now the Walters Blue Devils cheerleaders are going to come out. We'll have some halftime entertainment. We'll take about a 3-minute break. We'll come right back.
Less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email adam@squirtle.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305, Member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb Mustangs. The name of the store is T-Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. We are your premier best in state driving school, located in Southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that use our cars to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider that's part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology and wiring needs. Expanding into a new building or office space? We would love to give you a free quote for your network wiring. Are your computers outdated? Are your servers slow? Is your network underperforming? Is your wireless network weak? Let Versatile Networks come in and assess the situation and get you back up and running the way you should be. Call Versatile Networks today at 405-217-0267 or visit versatilenetworks.com for more information.
Allegiant Marketing Group produces inbound lead generation for our clients through integrated traditional and digital campaigns. We continuously develop new strategies, tactics, and productive efficiencies so you can reach your target market and get a measurable return on investment. This fast-paced world demands for your products and services to be presented at the moment your buyers need them. Targeted and innovative marketing creates your success. Call AMG today, your marketing partner.
Support your school's booster club and get your business in front of thousands of potential customers. Talk about a win-win. Advertising packages start on this streaming station for less than $10 a game. Call 405-726-0835 or email Adam.
Welcome back to Walters. Got a pretty good one here. Mustangs lead at 26-21 at half. And Ty Turner there got hot at the end of the first half, second quarter. And he pulled Walters back within 5. Mustangs had a few good open looks, especially in the post. A couple have been blocked and a couple they've just missed, and had a few second chances and third chances and maybe even fourth chances. Couldn't connect, but Normally, Fort Cobb teams are pretty good about taking care of their second chances, and I expect in the second half they'll do so and hopefully pull away with this one. For Walters, this is their 4th game of the season. For Fort Cobb Broxton, this is their 7th. And noted earlier in the broadcast, Mustangs will be in action in the Burns Flat-Dill City Tournament Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. They play Thursday night at 5:15 in Burns Flat. The boys will play Thomas, and then the girls will follow them at 6:30 against Burns Flat, Dill City. And it's not very often you see our boys playing before the girls, because that's just not normally how scheduling works, but in this case, that's how it's going to go. Earlier tonight in the girls' game, Lady Mustangs lost a very, very close one, 25-24. And Lady Mustangs had the ball with about 20 seconds to go, and Coach Rogers had to call a couple timeouts. They're late because she didn't like what she saw. Ended up, Lady Blue Devils got good enough pressure on the ball where our girls just couldn't find an open shot and find a chance to win there, but they certainly played their heart out, and got to give them credit for staying with it after the few turnovers they had there in the first half and early in the third quarter. About set for action to resume here. It'll be Mustang basketball when we come out of the break. Mustangs, if you haven't seen it, the new rankings released yesterday on OSSArankings.com. The boys, Fort Cobb Broxton boys, are ranked 11th in Class B, and I'd be willing to say that's one of their lowest rankings in quite some time. Now, they were 13 last week, and they came up a little after their win against Riverside after Thanksgiving break. Collins will bring the ball in for the Mustangs, and Cray Rogers will take it in the backcourt, across the timeline. And now the Mustangs will be on offense. Jackson Willits drives the paint, gives it to Aiden Lewis down on the block, controls his dribble. Willits, top of the key, three-pointer no good, rebound, the Blue Devils. That's Carson Coleman. And Walters with a chance here to inch closer and closer. Coleman, top of the key, gives it to Turner. Over to Ray on the left wing. Now that's Johnson at the top, chasing off for three. It's short. Rebound, Johnson. Now Ray, left corner three is good. 3-point Carter Ray, and it's a 2-point game. Mustangs going to try to find an answer here. Ian Taylor has a wide open three on the left wing. It's no good. He taps it. Ty Turner, he slams it home. And they're going to give him a technical for hanging on the rim. It'll be a tie game, 26-26, a minute into the third quarter. But the Mustangs will shoot free throws, and Simeon Collins will walk to the free throw line. You don't, in Class B, Class A, Class 2A basketball, you don't see very many opportunities to dunk the basketball, and when you do, you hope you don't get a technical, but he did. Collins misses the first free throw. He'll have one more, and the Mustangs will get possession. They would have got possession either way, but here's a chance at some free points, and he misses both. And there's another two chances that you have that you can't cash in, and you just got to hope that doesn't come back to bite you here later in this game. Collins has it on the left wing, gives it to Ian Taylor. Now Cray Rogers has it over on the right side. Ian Taylor on the high post. He'll drive in, Trouble controlling his dribble. He gives it to Jackson Willits, who drives in, shoots a fadeaway. It's no good. Short rebound. Tapped around. Corey Rogers comes up with it. Now he'll drive. He'll come back around and bring it back out to the corner. Rogers to Taylor in the short corner. Gives it to Collins. Wide open on the left wing. Bang! Simeon Collins for three. And there's a pretty big answer from Simeon Collins after missing the 2 free throws. Jackson Willits off the tipped pass. He'll dribble around to control it, and he'll give it to Rogers on the left side. Rogers gets a screen from Taylor, gives it back to Willits on the right wing. He'll drive in. Taylor on the left wing. Now Rogers has it. Walters playing an extended 2-3 zone here in the third quarter. Willits drives. Gives it to Collins. Right corner three-pointer. Off the rim, off the backboard, and in. Simeon Collins back-to-back threes for the Mustangs, and they're back up by 6. And that's definitely one way to answer. Now they're going to call a foul on Aiden Lewis. Kason Johnson trying to post up. Aiden Lewis pushed him around a little bit. And that'll be first foul on the Mustangs, and they gave that one to Jackson Willits, so that'll be his first personal. Good checks into the game for Walters. Willits steals the ball. Ian Taylor, layup, good. That's how you run in transition. Leads back up to 8, 34-26. Carter Ray on the left wing. He'll give it to Chase now at the top of the key. Picks up his dribble, gives it to Turner. Right wing three-pointer, no good. Rebound Johnson. His shot, no good. Rebound, good. Carter Ray puts up a quick three and a reach in on Willits. That'll be the second team foul on the Blue Devils this half. The second on Turner. That's sure one guy that Walters does not want in foul trouble. Rogers with it, gives it to Collins. Ian Taylor wide open in the left corner. Gives it to Lewis on the block. Now Rogers has it, and he'll slow it down. Mustangs will reset. Rogers got a little pressure from Chase now. Simeon Collins has it back to Rogers. Rogers swings it to Willits. He'll give it to Taylor on the block, who gives it to Lewis. And they're going to call him for an offensive foul. He tried to go up and score the same way Johnson did on the other end, but this time they give an offensive foul instead of giving them 2 points. That'll be the third foul on Aiden Lewis. Blake Nunn will check in for him. Just under halfway through the third period here in Walters, Oklahoma. Carter Ray will bring it up for the Blue Devils. Picked up by Willits. Now Chase now in the corner. Dribble tipped out. Jackson Willits put a hand on it, but it went out of bounds, so Walters will regain possession. Turner at the top of the key gives it to Ray. Back to Chase now in the corner for three. It's no good. Rebound, Nunn. Now Ian Taylor has it in the corner, gives it to Nunn. A lob pass, and Nunn puts it in. I'm not sure Ian Taylor wanted that to be a lob, but that's how it worked out, and Nunn was able to cash in. Now Turner has it at the top of the key. He gives it to Chase now in the corner. Back to Ray. Ray almost tripped. Turner, deep three, no good. Rebound Willits. And they're going to call another foul. And who are they going to give it to? They're going to give it to number 11, Carson Coleman, for the Blue Devils. That's his first of the game. This half, they sure have come out aggressive. Both teams playing physical in the post. A lot more fouls called early on. Rogers has it for the Mustangs on the right side. He'll swing it to Collins, who gives it to Taylor in the corner. Jackson Willits in the post, almost walked. Taylor in the corner, drives, picks up his dribble, Sends it out to Collins, who gives it to Rogers. Jackson Willits will drive, put up a shot off the glass, no good. Rebound, Coleman. And now Walters has it. Coleman gives it back to Ray. And he'll drive around. Coleman on the right side gives it to Johnson, and Blake Nunn's going to reach in, try to tip the pass. That'll be the 4th team foul on the Mustangs now. First on Blake Nunn. 2.5 minutes to go now in the third quarter. Ty Turner, right wing 3, short. Rebound, Cray Rogers. And he'll run with it, give it to Willits. Had Taylor wide open, passed a little late, but Willits got fouled as he passed it by number 1, Carter Ray. And now we're back even with the fouls at 4. And number 50, Jaden Cumbest, going to check in now for the Blue Devils. Out comes Kason Johnson. Mustangs with their largest lead of the game, 36-28. Cray Rogers in the high post, and he walked. Coach Hines doesn't really agree with that call. Walters will bring it up after the turnover. Chase Naw, left wing 3-pointer is good. And it's back to a 5-point game. A lot of 3-pointers tonight, a lot, especially for the Blue Devils. They're certainly getting close to hitting almost 10. Willits in the corner for the Mustangs. Give it back to Collins, who will drive. Back to Willits in the corner. Willits swings it to Rogers. Gives it to Ian Taylor in the high post. Thought he had Blake Nunn in the low block. He wasn't there, and it's a turnover. Now Carter Ray has it at the top of the key. He'll give it to Chase Naw. Chase Naw will give it back to Ray, and they'll slow it down. Minute and a half to go now. Chase Naw calls for a screen, gets it. Coleman with it. Willits steals the pass. He's going to run. Layup, good. 38-31. Chase Naw for the Blue Devils on the left side. Blake Nunn almost stole the pass, and Ian Taylor does steal a pass. And Ian, left-hand layup is good. And that's a 9-point lead for the Mustangs, their largest of the game. It's 40-31. Under a minute to go now in the third quarter. Coleman on the right side gives it to Turner at the top of the key. He fumbles the pass, gets it back. Now Chase Naw's got it in the corner. Ray steps up, thought about a 3. Now Chase Naw's got a 3 in the left corner. Rimmed out. Rebound, Cray Rogers. And Rogers is going to run with it, gives it to Willits wide open. Little long. Willits gives it back to Ian Taylor. 30 seconds remaining, and the Mustangs will hold. Collins on the right wing gives it to Taylor. Taylor a little pressure by Turner. And Coach Hines is going to call a timeout with 19.8 remaining. Mustangs lead at 40-31, nearing the end of the third quarter. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be right back after the short break.
.com right now for more information.
Ouachita Valley Bank, locally owned and operated since 1902, proudly serving the Fort Cobb area with knowledgeable and friendly professionals that actually care about your financial well-being. Online banking, loans, certificate of deposit, safe deposit boxes, 24-hour telephone banking, and an ATM. For service you can trust, Ouachita Valley Bank, 405-643-2305, member FDIC.
Proud supporters of Fort Cobb.
Welcome back. Just under 20 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Mustangs lead at 40-31, and they'll have the ball underneath their own basket. Cray Rogers will inbound for the Mustangs. He'll slap the ball and give it to Willits up top. And Rogers will hold it. The Mustangs will stay for one shot to end the third quarter. Rogers drives left, spins back around, goes right, gives it to Ian Taylor on the left wing. Taylor gives it back to Rogers. Rogers drives, puts up a three at the buzzer, and it rims out. Kind of an awkward shot there, got him on 1 foot. Had to put it up there at the end of the third quarter. Almost went down. But that's the end of the third. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have fourth quarter action. You're listening to Mustang Basketball on FCB TV.
Mustangs. The name of the store is Two Birds. Come see Connie for our daily lunch specials. Good. We offer cold drinks, hot food, and a clean environment. Also, $1 Fountain Pop Wednesdays. See you soon. We are your premier best in state driving school, located in Southwest Oklahoma at Fort Cobb Public School. We can provide all the services related to driving in the state of Oklahoma, such as driver's education, in-house testing capabilities, permits, and drive testings for a license. The only thing that you will be required from DPS is your eye exam. We have certified instructors that...
Welcome back to Mustang Basketball. One more quarter left to play here tonight. Mustangs lead at 40-31, and Walters will have possession to start the fourth. Been a pretty tight one so far. Mustangs now have their largest lead of the game at 9, but it sure felt a lot closer than that a lot of the times, and Walters can shoot three pretty well, and all it takes is a couple of them, they're right back in this game. So we'll see how that turns out. Carter Ray has it at the top for the Blue Devils, gives it to Coleman on the right side. Coleman picks up his dribble, trying to get Johnson in the post, can't find him. Nunn tips the pass, almost stole it. It'll stay with Walters. Mustangs doing a very good job of jumping passing lanes, tipping passes. Ray has it at the top. He'll give it to Turner. Now Chasenaw with it. Carter Ray, long three from the corner, it's good. And there's one, it's a 6-point game. There's one, they need a couple more and they're in it. Hopefully I didn't just jinx that. Once again, Dawn, if you're listening, you know us broadcasters have a little bit of a tendency to jinx things. Ian Taylor's shot is good from Blake Nunn. It's back to an 8-point lead. But that announcer's jinx will get you a lot of times. It's happened to me a few times. Hate to admit that, but it's happened. Coleman has it at the top for Walters. They'll hold it. Minute gone. Chasenon's layup good. Kind of fading away from the basket there. Tough shot. And he gets it to go. It's back to a 6-point game. Rogers gives it to Willits on the left side. Willits to Taylor in the corner. Back to Willits. Rogers. Willits. Three-pointer. Rimmed out. Rebound Turner. Chasenaw has it. Crossover. Three-pointer. And it's good. Jermaine Chasenaw. It's a 3-point game, and there you go. There's 2 threes, and they're right back in the game. Rogers has it at the top. Willits takes a dribble, gives it to Taylor. Back to Willits. Now Rogers controls it at the top. He'll bounce past to Simeon Collins. Willits. Pass is stolen by Coleman. And now Walters with the chance to tie with a 3. Be down 1 with a 2. Chasenaw thought about a deep 3, didn't take it. Now Turner has it on the right side. We've seen him take one from that deep today. Now Johnson. High post. Chasenaw. Layup. Good. Mustangs lead by 1 with 5.5 to play. And this is close to being the same thing we saw in the girls' game. Collins' pass is tipped. Goes out of bounds, stays with the Mustangs. And Collins will inbound. Right in front of the Mustangs bench. Rogers on the left wing. He'll dribble back out to the top and give it to Collins, and they'll set up the offense. Willits on the right side. Takes a dribble, picks it up, gives it back to Collins, swings it to Rogers. Rogers finds Taylor in the corner, back to Rogers. Now Rogers is going to drive. Puts up a floater, and it's short. Rogers really good at that shot. Unable to connect this time. Ray has it. Now Chase Naw drives, and he's fouled. He'll be on the floor, no shot. They'll give the foul to number 22, Blake Nunn. That's his second, the fifth team foul for the Mustangs. Coleman passes it off the back of Taylor. He gets it, puts up a shot. It's no good, gets his own rebound, and Rogers steals it. And Rogers gives it to Nunn. Layup, good, and one. Blake Nunn a chance to make this a two-possession game with 4:47 to play. It's 44-41 with 4:47 left to go in the fourth quarter. That's a lot of fours. The foul goes to Carter Ray. That's his second of the game, fifth team foul. Nunn's free throw straight through. And it's back to a 4-point lead for the Mustangs. Now a little breathing room. Ray gives it to Coleman. Coleman drives in, and Ian Taylor steals it, and a chance to lengthen the lead here for the Mustangs. And Rogers will bring it up on the attack. Willits has it, short corner, gives it to Collins. Thought about a three, didn't take it. Now Rogers will drive, give it to Taylor. Probably walked, takes a three, misses it. Rebound Blake Nunn, gives it back to Taylor. Taylor to Collins in the right corner for three, no good. Rebound Ray. And he overthrew Chase Naw, and it'll go back to the Mustangs. A little bit of a break there for the Mustangs. Back to that inbounds play that Walters had, throwing it off the back of a guy. That's pretty smart. And you don't see that very often. A lot of times you see it in the NBA, but not much in high school. But when it's done right, it looks pretty good. Nunn fumbles the pass, gets it back. Now Rogers gives it to Taylor on the backside. It's tapped out of bounds off of Walters. It'll stay with FCB. Under 4 minutes to go now. Jackson Willits right in front of the basket. Float shot is good. Hit the rim and dropped in, and it's a 6-point game. Coleman on the right side for the Blue Devils. He drives left and brings it back out to the top. Now Ray is to Chase Naw. Turner in the corner for three. It's good. Timeout Walters with 3:32 to play. After that three-pointer, it's a 3-point game, 47-44. Be timeout Walters. 30 seconds. We'll take it with them. We'll be back right after this.
Our plan is to teach your students how to be the best drivers from the beginning. Come see us today for all your driving needs.
We're bringing fiber internet to Fort Cobb. Having fast internet is a must-have, whether you're working or learning from home. That's why we are building a fiber network in your community. We have wireless internet solutions too, available at Fort Cobb Lake, Crow's Roost, Alfalfa, and more. You can count on us for a fast, reliable connection to the world. We're proud to be a local provider.
Welcome back to Mustang basketball. 3.5 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. We got a nail biter for you folks. It's 47-44 in the Mustangs' favor. And it'll be FCB basketball after the timeout. Right before that timeout, Ty Turner hit another three to put Blue Devils back down by 3. And Walters has stayed hot all night. They don't miss very often whenever they're behind the arc. And there's an unforced error by the Mustangs. Collins passed a little wide to Willits, and he can't control it. And there's a possession that you wish you had back. Lance Anderson's going to check in for the Mustangs. Out comes Simeon Collins. Carter Ray on the attack. Ian Taylor strips him. He has a layup, and he's stripped going up, but they're going to call a foul on Ray on the shot, and Ian Taylor's going to shoot 2. Might have caught a break there. From this angle, it looked like it was clean, but we don't have the angle that referee has, so we'll stick with what he says. Ian Taylor to shoot 2. That's Carter Ray's 3rd personal, 16 foul. So shooting foul or dead ball. The next foul on Walters, the Mustangs will be shooting 1 and 1. Ian Taylor misses the first free throw. Second free throw up and good. It's a 4-point game. Back to a 2-possession lead now for the Mustangs. Carter Ray, the main ball handler for the Blue Devils, gives it to Coleman on the right side, and he's double teamed. Now Johnson in the post. Chasenaw, 3-pointer. Straight through. And it's a 1-point lead for the Mustangs with 3 minutes to play in regulation. This one's going to come down to the wire in the worst of ways. Rogers has it up top. Now gives it to Lance Anderson. Blake Nunn in the high post. Curry Rogers now back top. He's going to be guarded by Carter Ray in that extended 2-3 zone. Rogers drives. Willett's in the corner. Pump fakes. Drives. Gives it to Lance Anderson. Left wing. Wide right. Ty Turner with the rebound. And Blue Devils a chance to take the lead on this possession here. Willett's almost stole the pass. Now Chasenaw pump fakes Anderson. And Anderson's going to foul him on the drive. It'll be his first personal, 6th team foul. And Simeon Collins is going to check in for Lance Anderson. Chance here for Walters to take the lead. Be their first lead all night. And Mustangs started out ahead 5-0, then Walters tied it up 5-5, but Walters has not led in this game just yet. Coleman has it. He's double teamed. Now Ray has it in the corner. Taylor got a hand on the pass, but Turner was able to come up with it. Chasenaw goes left, gives it to Turner. He'll spin out. Ray in the corner for the lead. It's short. Rebound, Curry Rogers, and he's going to push tempo. Now he's going to slow it back down and give it to Simeon Collins up top. Ian Taylor at the high post. Dribbles out, and it's stolen by Chasenaw. Turner, fast break, layup, blocked, but a foul. Looked like it might have been clean, but referee's going to say Ian Taylor got him on the arm as he went up, so we're going to shoot free throws. Ty Turner has a chance to give Walters the lead. He's had a big night. First one's good, and it's tied with 1.5 minutes to play. Second free throw is up. Missed. Rebound, Walters. And they called, Walters has a timeout, I believe. And they'll give the timeout to him. It'll be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back after this short break.
Part of your community. Get connected to Carnegie Fiber today.
Dr. Matt Dieselhorst at Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics can help you get game day ready. Dr. Dieselhorst works with athletes of all ages, taking a coordinated approach to accelerate return to play and maximize athletic performance. His work with pros in sports training, injury prevention, bracing, functional rehabilitation, and imaging works seamlessly with his medical and surgical expertise. Get started by going to Dieselhorst Sports and Orthopedics. Let Dr. Matt Dieselhorst get you back on the field, backing all Oklahoma athletes on the field and off.
Welcome back. A couple things coming out of this timeout. For one, the announcer's jinx is brutal. The Mustangs led 40-31 at the start of the third quarter, and they've been outscored 17-8 in the fourth, and there's still 1.5 minutes to play. And number two, Dawn, I believe I'm going to have you back. Both of these games tonight have been close, and I think I'd rather us start running away with some, and I don't know if my luck's the kind of luck that the Mustangs need. Walters will inbound. Coleman trying to find somebody, finds Chase Naw on the left wing. Chase Naw picks up his dribble. Taylor almost had a steal. Now Ray has it. And Nunn comes up with the loose ball. Cray Rogers has it now, and he's going to be fouled on his way to the basket by number 11, Carson Coleman. Cray Rogers going to shoot a 1-and-1 for a chance to give the Mustangs back the lead. If you recall, Ty Turner had 2 shots, made the first, missed the second. And that was a chance for Walters to take the lead. It ends up being tied at 48. Now Rogers has a chance to give the Mustangs back the lead. And he makes the first. So we'll shoot a second. 1:19 to play in regulation. Rogers dribbles 3 times. Comes set. Shot up. And good. Mustangs lead by 2. Now Walters back in attack mode. Ray almost slipped. Now gives it to Coleman. He's going to be trapped up top. Turner has it on the W. Ray wide open. Blocked by Rogers. No foul. And the Mustangs have it with a minute to play. Right, Rogers double team. Now Taylor has it. The ball's stolen. Walters will come back with it now. 50 seconds to play. Coleman in the corner. Now Turner has it. Guarded by Ian Taylor. And Coach Stiles will take a timeout with 42.6 seconds left to play. Mustangs lead at 50-48. Be a full timeout. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Mustang Basketball on FCB TV.
Stream like the pros with Squirtle Live. Find out more at squirtle.com/stream.
At Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, we've helped a lot of people, and our goal was to treat each and every person like a friend. And as a friend, we've got your back always. We understand what you're going through. Being lawyers is what we do, but it's not all that we are. We care. We'll stand beside you throughout the entire legal process, not just as lawyers, but as your friends. We are Maples Nixon Diesel Horse, and we are here to help.
Versatile Networks can handle all of your school or business technology.
Welcome back out of the timeout. Mustangs lead at 50-48 with 42.5 seconds to play in regulation. It'll be Walters basketball. Kind of a rough spot down there in the corner on the far side. Coleman slaps the ball, gives it to Turner. And now Chase now has it at the top, 40 seconds to play. Coleman, right corner, double team. And Nunn's going to reach around Johnson, trying to steal the ball, and Johnson's going to shoot a 1-and-1. That's the 3rd foul on Blake Nunn, 8th team foul for the Mustangs. 34 seconds to play. Chance to tie the game here for the Blue Devils. Misses the front end. And 2 Mustangs come down with it, and that's Jackson Willits and Cray Rogers. They almost lose it. And now they do lose it. Rogers tries to throw it cross court to Willits, and Willits can't come up with it. And so it'll be Walters basketball with 25.5 to play. Coach Stiles going to take another timeout. Getting into crunch time. Be a full. We'll keep it right here. tell you what, three-pointer's been the story tonight. Walters has hit quite a few of them. We had some technical difficulties on the iPad, so I don't have any stats for you. I apologize about that, but I would assume there's somewhere north of 8 three-pointers made, and they haven't attempted very many more. They could be shooting over 50% from three. I'm not for certain on that. Maybe someone at home can help me out on that. About to come out of the timeout now, but Ty Turner and Jermaine Chasenaw have been red hot since the start of the game, and they've remained that way. And I would assume getting here close, one of them might attempt a three. Just depends on what the coach drew up for him. Coleman over on the far side, straight across from us to inbound. Slap the ball, and Turner will get it at the top. Now Coleman has it on the left wing. He drives, gives it to Turner. Ray wide open in the corner for three. It's long. Rebound, Cray Rogers. And the Mustangs control it with 9 to play, and now they're going to foul. They'll call that on number 30, Jermaine Chasenaw. That'll be the 8th team foul on the Blue Devils. Cray Rogers will shoot a 1-and-1. Chance to give the Mustangs a 3 or maybe a 4-point lead and have a chance of sealing the deal. Got to make the first for sure. In a 1-and-1, you're only guaranteed one. First one's up. No good. Rebound Coleman. 7 to play. They're going to run the court. Coach Hines telling them don't foul. Ray wide open, and the shot is blocked. 3 points blocked by Cray Rogers. What a defensive recovery by him. There's 1.3 to play, and Walters will have one shot to tie, win, or lose the game. Coleman to inbound. Chasenaw, three-pointer at the buzzer. Rims out, and the Mustangs survive. That's kind of like the Arapahoe Butler game we had early on in the season. It's one of those games that is exciting both ways. As a fan, as someone in the stands, it's exciting to watch. Luckily in that one, the Mustangs came out on top, 50-48. Some stellar shooting by the Blue Devils there. I'm extremely surprised that they weren't able to get an open shot there on that last attempt, and Cray Rogers comes up with a big-time defensive play after missing the 1-and-1 to block what could have been the game winner. Mustangs win it 50-48 once again. And in the early game, Lady Mustangs against Walters Lady Blue Devils, it was a close one as well. Walters finished 25, Fort Cobb Broxton 24. So a couple nail-biters tonight, a couple exciting games. We thank you for joining us. Next broadcast will be Thursday night at Burns Flat. At 5:15, we'll have the boys' game against Thomas, and then right after we'll have the girls at 6:30 against Burns Flat, Dill City. Appreciate everyone for getting on. For all the guys, John Bellamy, Caden Baker, Phil Perryman, I'm Blake Perryman, saying good night, everybody.